The Seattle Mariners were one game away from winning the World Series. They are a team, correct me if I'm wrong, that has not won a World Series up to this point. They do not have a single one, even though they do have the wins record, and they were one game away last year. What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall, back at it again with another video. Today, we are here with a 10-year sim for the Seattle Mariners. Now, this is a team where if we would have done this maybe 2 months ago, this would have been a no doubt surefire thing that they would have won a World Series because of how good they were at the beginning of the year. But as the year's gone on, they have gotten a lot worse. They still have an elite pitching staff. They still have some great hitters. They just need to get more. Big Dumper has fallen off a cliff. He was like a 95 to start the year or something, 98. Their starting pitcher has fallen off. These two guys were in the mid-90s. Bryce Miller, I'm pretty sure, has always been around this. But they do also have a couple of really good prospects. They actually have a good amount. I'm pretty sure they do have, I think, about 5 top 100 prospects. Let's see by their organization. Yeah, they have Cole Emerson, Cade Anderson, Ryan Sloan, Lazaro Montes, Michael Arroyo, I'm pretty sure is on. Yeah, he's the end of it. So they do have 5 guys here. So they've definitely got a bright future ahead of them. They just took Ace Reese in this year's draft. They killed him with potential. He only has C potential. I think that's kind of messed up, considering there's guys all around him in the A's and B's. But it is what it is. They've got a good enough team. They've got some great prospects. Let's see if they can put it all together and finally win their first World Series. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby, and the team's actually doing surprisingly very well. Dominic Canzone. Dude, if you don't know, just go pick up Dominic Canzone. He turns into a stud like 70% of the time. Yeah, he's a beast. We're currently 3.5 games ahead. 16-35 is a great spot to be in. Canzone, J-Rod, all in the outfield. Logan Gilbert's here. Hopefully they re-sign him. Emerson Hancock. Anyone else? Anyone else from this beautiful team? So far, not looking like it. I don't even know who else they would have. Canzone we saw. Taylor Ward is here. That's a little bit surprising. Alright, let's finish out the year. Actually, let's go to the draft class, see if they drafted anyone good. Hopefully they did. Okay, this is the first trade they're going to make. Victor Robles for Zach Geloff. This is a decent swap, I guess. They're also going to get Jorge Polanco back. They're going to trade Felmin Celestin to get him. I honestly think this is a solid deal. You get a guy who, he's on a 2-year, $20 million deal. He's doing really well in this game. In real life, not so much, but I don't mind this deal. Okay, their draft is not the greatest. This guy's decent. This guy's also got decent potential, but nothing too special, unfortunately. All right, they finished 92-70, win the division, and get a bye as the 2 seed. That'll play. Logan Gilbert led the league in innings pitched. I guess that's pretty good, I would say. Let's see how the rest of the guys did. 5.9 from Big Dumper, 5.5 from Canzone, 5.4 from J-Rod, 3.7 from Taylor Ward, 2.6 from Crawford and Colt Emerson, 1.9 from Josh Naylor, 1.1 from Donovan, and a 1 from Zach Geloff, aka Zach Me Off. Let's see, how did the pitching do? 5 guys with 10 wins, Matt Brash being one of them. 41 saves out of Andres Munoz. 4 from George Kirby, 3.8 from Logan Gilbert and Brian Wu, 2.5 from Hancock, 1.4 from Munoz, 1.1 from Brash, 1 from Bizzardo, and Bryce Miller. Let's get to this postseason. Who are we taking on? It's going to be Detroit. And they're going to knock us out in the first round, barely beating us. Alright, let's get to the offseason. They need to make some moves. Hopefully they don't lose Logan Gilbert, who I think hits free agency this year. I could be wrong, so this year, next year. Hopefully they don't lose him. Alright, free agency, they did lose Taylor Ward, Randy Rosarena, JP Crawford. Signed Luis Arias. I think that's a good move. Alex Call's decent, little backup. Really nothing else. Trey Mancini, who did just retire in real life. I think he actually might have just gotten elected into the Hall of Pretty Good. Could be wrong about that. But yeah, they only signed those 2 guys, really, so hopefully those 2 are good enough. Okay, they're going to make a huge trade. Gregorio Bonilla, who they drafted last year, for Brandon Nimmo. I don't mind this deal whatsoever. I think this is a solid move for them. Home Run Derby, the team is doing really well again. Dominic Canzone, big part of that success. He is such a stud. I don't know why he's so good in this game, but he is. Only 3.5 ahead again, but we're in a great spot with 61 wins. Brandon Nimmo is an all-star. Do we have anyone else? Andres Munoz, not bad. Anyone else? Luis Arias doing very well. Someone I actually got in my rebuild of this team. So it looks like me and the CPU are on similar timing here. Dominic Canzone, not bad. Brandon Nimmo we saw. Yeah, team's doing well. Let's get to the draft, see if they drafted anyone good. Okay, they drafted this guy who's decent potential, but the other guy's not so much. Yeah, oh, wow, that's really bad right here. Wow. All right, that doesn't matter though if we can win the World Series this year. All right, they finished 99-63. That's a phenomenal year. Luis Arias leads the league in hits. We kind of expect that at this point. Let's see how the rest of the guys did. 5-3 from Dumper and J-Rod. Nimmo with a 5, so that's looking like a good trade. Emerson and Arias with a 4-1. 3-2 from Josh Naylor. 2-8 from Canzone. 1-3 from Brendan Donovan. And a 1 from Alex Call. Not bad. 49 saves out of Andres Munoz. Brian Wu had a great year, so we like that. 4-4 from Logan Gilbert. 3-2 for Brian Wu. 2-1 for Hancock. 2 for George Kirby. 1-4 for Bryce Miller. And a 1-3 for Matt Brash. What's starting pitching? Are we missing a starter? Am I losing my mind? Okay, no, we're not. All right, playoffs. We're either facing Boston or Houston. Boston it is. We're going to sweep them. Kansas City. We got a kind draw against Kansas City, and we couldn't capitalize by losing 2 games by 1. Alright, hopefully they don't lose their players this offseason. I'm pretty sure it's this offseason they lose Logan Gilbert. I really hope they keep him somehow. Yeah. Okay, they're going to make a huge trade. Lazaro Montes and Johnny Farmelo for Dansby Swanson and Daniel Palencia. I have a feeling this means we're not re-signing Logan Gilbert, which would really suck. And I would be correct. Logan Gilbert's going to go to the Tigers. 4 years, 141. We could have made that deal. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah, that sucks. Oh my God! They're going to get Gunnar Henderson for Ryan Sloan, Alex Call, Ace Reese, and Michael Arroyo. This might go down as one of the biggest moves of all time. I think he has what? He only has 1 year left on his deal. They're not going to re-sign him long term. If they re-sign him long term, this could be the greatest deal ever I've ever seen in one of these videos. All right, so we saw Logan Gilbert. They also lost Polanco, Donovan, Dominguez, Spear, whatever it is. They signed Taylor Walls, Jonathan India, Tyler O'Neill, Jose Quijada. Okay, I hope they have enough. I really hope that Gunnar Henderson trade plays out well for them. I really hope it does. I normally wouldn't stop at a time like this. They started off the season 0-11. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team did turn it around. Oh my God, Nick is on one. Dominic Canzone, 3rd straight home run derby appearance, which is crazy. The team did turn it around. We're currently tied for 1st in the division. I don't know how they did it, but they did. Gunnar Henderson, J-Rod, George Kirby, Brandon Nimmo. I'm pretty sure Henderson, Kirby, and maybe Nimmo all hit free agency this year. Not good. Not good at all. Do we have anyone else here? I really hope so. I really would hope so. Gunnar Henderson having a solid season. He's going to get a bag this offseason. No Canzone. All right. That sucks. J-Rod we saw. Brandon Nimmo we saw. How long are you here for? Oh, he's here for another 3 years, but he's starting to regress a little bit. Not ideal, but it's fine. Hopefully they had a good draft. They better have gotten someone good with that Logan Gilbert compensation pick. All right, so they lost a 93 overall for a 45 overall with 68 potential. This is by far one of the worst draft classes I've ever seen in my entire life. This is bad. All right, they not sneak into the playoffs, but they make the playoffs at 93-69. Obviously they didn't win the division. They end up as the 4th seed. How close were they though? They were right there. They were right there. Maybe if they didn't start off the season 0-11, maybe would have won the division. It is what it is though. George Kirby had a great year. Luis Arias had a great year. Guys did well. It's all that matters. 7-3 from J-Rod, 6-8 from Cal, 5-1 from Gunnar, 4-6 from Luis Arias, Nimmo with a 4, Swanson with a 3-6, Cole Emerson with a 3, 2-4 from Naylor, 2-1 from Canzone, 1-1 from Tyler O'Neill and Zach Geloff. Yeah, overall not bad year. Could have been better. Munoz only 37 saves. Wow, 10 blown saves. Wow. About 30 blown saves from our team. That is not a sign of a good team. Brian Wu, 5.1, 3.9 from Kirby, 2.8 from Hancock, 2.1 from Bryce Miller. We need to step it up for this postseason. That's all I'm going to say is we need to step it up. Come on. Royals. They put belt to ass. We're out of here. All right, nice. All right, we did end up losing Gunnar Henderson, so not looking like a great trade for us. All right, so we did lose Gunnar Henderson and Matt Brash. And we didn't sign anyone to replace them, so yeah, nice. We might be really bad this year. All right, I was completely wrong. The team is doing very well. No Dominic Canzone. Does hurt the soul a little bit. His home run derby streak actually, no, yeah, this was his first time missing. So that sucks. We're 5.5 games ahead. Didn't think that would happen. J-Rod, Arias, Nimmo, and Cal. Big dumper. Probably big reasons as to why. Andres Munoz, good year from him so far. Big dumper. Finally back up to a 97. Took him long enough. He's now 32 though, so probably not too much time at the top for him. But Luis Arias is having a great year. Anyone else from our team? Dominic Canzone, Randy Rosarena is no longer on our team, but we used to have him. J-Rod, Nimmo. All right, let's get to the draft. I need them to draft at least one good player this year. All right, we finished 105 and 57, which is more than good enough for first. Bryce Miller had a great year. J-Rod had a great year. James Wood, love you, James Wood. J-Rod wins an MVP. All right, that'll play. That'll definitely play. Let's see. 9.9 from J-Rod. Big dumper with a 9.8. He's back. 6.1 from Josh Naylor. 4.6 from Cole Emerson. 3.9 from Canzone. 3.6 for Nimmo. 3.1 for Swanson. 2.9 for Arias. O'Neal with a 2.6. Geloff with a 1.7. Pitching staff also did pretty well. Jose Ferrer. Good for him. 37 saves out of Mr. Andres Munoz. He could be a little bit better. That's fine. 4.2 from Kirby, 3.7 from Wu, 3.4 from Miller, who had a great year, 3.3 from Hancock, 1.1 from Matt Brash. Come on. This has to be the year we get far. Athletics. Oh my God. Dude, have we won a single postseason series yet? Alright, we go on to another year of disappointment. This team is just awful in the playoffs. I don't know why. I really don't. Alright, they're going to trade Peter Powell for Framber Valdez. Alright. They sign Ellie De La Cruz. Oh my God, there's no way. There's no way they just signed Ellie De La Cruz. And they get Brian Wu back as well. Oh my God, they might be cooking here. They might be cooking. Okay, does look like they lost a lot of other guys though. Unfortunately, they signed Ellie. They got Brian Wu back. Hopefully they have enough to get the job done here. Alright, we're at the home run derby. The team is elite. It's everything that I've needed and more in my life. 68 and 28. That's what I want to see right there. Ellie, Kirby, Dumper. That's it. Okay. All right. Not to be conceited, but I thought we would have had more. Dumper's here. We saw that. Arias is here. He's been such a beast. He's so good in this game. 19 home runs for the guy. Wow. Is he Hall of Fame bound? Do we think in this game, is he Hall of Fame bound? I don't think so. I just don't think. I'm going to make him a center fielder before he retires. But I don't think he's there, unfortunately. Canzone is... Oh, they got Canzone back, too. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be a free agent. Looks like they got him on a one-year deal. J-Rod's also here. Okay, the team is doing really well. Let's get to the draft class. They need to draft something good at some point. So hopefully this is the year. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 290 potential guys in the same draft class. That will definitely play. Come on now. That's what we needed to see. They win 112 games. If that's not World Series bound, I don't know what is. George Kirby had a great year. Ellie had a great year. Brian Wu wins a Cy Young somehow, some way. We'll take that. Come on. This has to be the year. It has to be. 9.9 from Dumper. He hits free agency. 8.3 from Ellie. J-Rod with a 7.7. 7.1 from Colt. 4.5 from Nimmo. 3.8 from Naylor. 3.4 from Arias. Canzone with a 2.9. 2.8 from Geloff. 1.6 from Cole Young, who I think legitimately only has like 80 potential now, which I think is kind of messed up. 51 saves out of Matt Brash. Okay, so he takes... Why is he our closer? Why is he our closer? Okay. 3-9 for Kirby, 3 for Wu, 2-4 from Valdez, Munoz with a 1-5, Hancock with a 1-3, Cade Anderson, okay, with a 0.9. So he had a pretty good year. Playoffs, come on. Athletics. Slide over, come on. Boston. We lose 4 straight to Boston, dude. How has this team not made it to the World Series once? How? Another year of disappointment. We're halfway through. They've got 5 years left to get it done. I've been extremely disappointed so far, so hopefully they can turn it around. They're immediately going to trade their potential closer for Colton Cowser. I don't like this move. I will be the first to say I don't like this move. I like closing pitchers, but let's see if they're smarter than me. Okay, they're going to do this huge deal. Cole Young and 3 other guys for Jake Bowers, Cade Cavalli, and a couple of other guys. They're also going to do this Ryan Bliss for Spencer Steer deal. Okay, we'll see what they're cooking up. Alright, wait, did we still have Palencia? Yeah, we did lose Palencia to the Yankees. That sucks. Okay, they're going to trade away this Bobby Eldridge guy for Casey Schmidt. Okay, I didn't know he ever got this good in this game. That works. They're going to trade away... Ooh, no. This is not the move. Cade Anderson for Ryan Nelson? This is not it. What the hell is this deal? What are we doing, guys? Come on. This is not the move. This is like, what are we doing? He's 7 years younger, has 4 more years of control. What are we doing? Okay, so apparently they didn't lose Dumper. They lost a lot of other guys though. They signed Shane Baz, they signed Brian King, Everson Pereira, IKF. Okay, hopefully they didn't lose too much. At least that's my hope. All right, Home Run Derby. The team is really good once again. That's not our problem. Our problem is getting to the postseason and actually staying good. That's what our problem is. We're 16 and a half ahead. We're in the playoffs. Kirby, Ellie, both doing a job. Ryan Wu's also here, getting it done. I'm glad they kept some of these guys around. Anyone else helping us out here? Ellie, we saw. No left fielders. J-Rod, okay, that works. Alright, let's see how they finish off this year. We need to win the World Series. It's getting a little bit too late for me. Okay, they draft another 90 potential guy. A couple other okay backups, I guess. Hopefully they can just finish out strong. That's all we care about. Alright, 104 and 58. It's our 3rd straight year of 100 wins. We've been really good in the regular season. We just need to do it in the postseason. Ellie had a great year from the looks of things. Let's see how the rest of the guys did. Luis Arias has been an absolute stud for us, so shout out to him. Big shout out to him. 10-2 from Ellie, 9-6 from Dumper. Did they sign him long term? Oh, they did. They signed him really long term. Good for them. J-Rod with a 7-4, Schmidt with a 4-9, 4-5 from Emerson, 4-1 from Bowers, 3-1 from Cowser and Arias. We need Spencer Steer to step it up a little bit in the playoffs. 41 saves from Andres Munoz. 4 from Wu. Kirby with a 3-8. Nelson with a 2-6. 2-4 for Boz. Brian King with a 1-3. 1-2 for Munoz. 1-1 from Brash. And a 1 from Logan Evans. I want to see how did Cade Anderson do? Because I feel like we lost that trade. Yeah, Cade Anderson was elite. 3-WAR. Pitched pretty well. It sucks, but it is what it is. We don't care about that. We care about the playoffs. Chicago, we get them out of here. Tampa, come on. Mets in the World Series, please. And we lose in 5. Oh my god, dude. And it's crazy because we were literally 1 win away, or 1 run away in each of these games from tying it up, maybe pushing it, being up 3-0 instead of being down 3-1. Alright, we've got 4 years left and we're running out of time. Hopefully they can do some stuff this offseason. Okay, they're going to trade away this Timmy Flaherty guy. No! What are we doing? This is a god-awful fucking trade. What is wrong with this game? This is not the trade you make right now. You're trading away a potential player for 3 replacement level players at most. This guy's not going to be good. They're all old as fuck, too, and you're bringing on, like, $30 million. What are we doing? SDS, fix your fucking trade engine. This is ridiculous. They signed Sal Stewart. I don't know why they had to give up that A potential guy, though. Dude, that guy would have been a stud in 2 years from now when we're in our last year and we need one final guy. Like, come on. Okay, they're going to get Edwin Diaz. Like, this is a more manageable trade. Like, Andy Brandt, this random guy for Edwin Diaz, Joey Wentz. Like, this is a lot better of a trade than the other shit we just did. They re-signed Andres Munoz to a 3-year deal. Shout out to the team. Oh my god. Wow, they've been re-signing players like crazy. They're going to trade away Dion Rodriguez for Reese Olson. Okay, I don't mind this. Alright, they lost, it looks like Matt Brash, a couple other guys. Nothing too crazy, though. They obviously signed Sal Stewart. They signed Orion Kirkering. Okay, this is the year. Chase Dolander, Addison Barger as well. This has to be the year they win the World Series. If not, we're screwed. We're never winning it if we don't win it this year. Alright, Home Run Derby. We're not on the best of paces, as usual. But we're still in a good spot. We're 7 games ahead, 55 wins. I do want to keep our 100-win streak. That'd be awesome. Nelson, Arias, both here, both doing a job. I just really wish we didn't give up Kate Anderson, who's been very good for the Twins. Wish we would have kept Daniel Palencia as well. They didn't, though. Anyone else? Luis Arias, we saw. He's definitely a Hall of Famer at this point. He's hit a ton of home runs the last few years. He's probably going to get to 200 home runs with maybe 3,000 hits if he has a couple more good years. I think he could definitely make it. Cole Emerson's here. Oh, he's up to 92. He has free agency soon, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Ellie's here as well. We like that. Anyone from our team? No. Alright, it's fine. J-Rod's not here, which is kind of concerning. It is what it is, though. All we care about is the postseason. So let's get to the draft, get through it, and then get to the postseason. Okay, decent little draft here. Nothing too special, nothing bad, though. Yeah. Alright, we lost our 100-win streak, but we do win the division. We don't get a bye, though. It's going to Boston and Detroit. Ryan Nelson had a good year. Brian Wu had a good year. Ellie Cruz, Sal Stewart, great years all around. Sal Stewart with a batting title. Ellie was third for MVP, so not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see. Let us see. 7-2 from Dumper, 5-6 from Ellie, 5-3 from Sal Stewart, 5-2 from J-Rod, 5-4 Emerson, 2-3 for Arias, 2 for Colton Cowser. Not bad. 41 saves out of Andres Munoz. He's getting up there in saves. Definitely the all-time leader for the Mariners. 4-1 for Wu, 3-3 for Nelson, 2-2 for Kirby, 1-1 for Munoz and Dolander. Do we have any relievers that we can turn into starters? We're at that point where I need a little bit of help if I can get it. Jordan Wicks, he's at that point where he's not. Yeah, none of these guys are. Well, this guy is, but he's not good enough anyway. All right, postseason. Minnesota, thank you. Boston, come on. Fuck. All right, we've got 2 years left. I think we're out of time. I think that's officially the end of our World Series window. We went eight straight years with the playoff appearance. We just couldn't get it done. It sucks. They signed Grayson Rodriguez. That's not a terrible move. All right, they lost a lot of guys in free agency. They signed Grayson Rodriguez, signed Lawrence Butler, signed Luke Little, signed Luis Perez, some other mid guys. I just don't think it's enough. I think we might miss the playoffs for the first time here. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby, and the team is surprising me. They're in a great spot. Ellie is at the Home Run Derby. This is the last draft class we're looking at, so yeah, this year, I mean. Currently 6.5 games ahead. Ellie's here. Brian Wu's here. Brian Wu's still getting it done. Might be a Hall of Famer by the end of this. Andres Munoz getting it done. Anyone else from our team? Ellie, beautiful work. Lawrence Butler, out of all people. Okay. Hopefully, we can just hold on strong, make it back to the playoffs, and then finally win the World Series. Yeah. Alright, this is the last draft class. It's okay, I guess. Maybe some decent trade value. Who knows? They drafted pretty much all high schooler. Call it the Wander Franco draft, I guess. Let's get to the playoffs. Alright, 96 wins. Doesn't get us a bye. How close were we? Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, no, that was the... Yeah, we were tied for... Wow. I would love to know what the tiebreaker is on that. Brian Wu had a phenomenal season. So did Ellie. I think we might have had a Cy Young MVP. Yep, Cy Young, Hank Aaron, MVP. This isn't the year. I don't know. I keep saying that we're out of time, and then our team just keeps doing well. 8-2 for Ellie, 6-2 from Dumper, 4-4 from J-Rod, 4-2 from Emerson, 3-9 from Stewart, 3-8 from Butler, 2-9 from Schmidt, 2-1 from Luis Arias. He's just been so good. He's 35 years old, still getting it done. He's well on his way to 3,000 hits. He needs like 2 more good seasons, and I think he can do it. I forgot to look at the pictures. My bad. 47 saves out of Andres Munoz. Let's see. 5-5 from Wu, 3-6 from Baz. Munoz with a 1-3, 1 from Gratterall, and a 1 from Kirby. 0.9 from Dolander. Come on. This has to be the year. Minnesota, thank you for your services. Detroit, thank you. Boston, please. Please. Come on. Chicago, World Series. We win it! It took 9 years of us being elite, but we finally win the World Series. The first in Seattle's history. Dumper wins World Series MVP and playoff MVP. Finally, we get one. Oh my god, that took forever. Dude, that took forever. I was getting blue balls. Oh my god, we've got 1 year left. Can we get one more? I don't care if we do or don't. We got the first one in Mariners history, and that's really all that matters to me. Okay, they're going to trade away Sam Jones, who they just drafted, for Drew Guy. They're going to trade away Jackie Liu, who I think they also just drafted, for Nasim Nunez. How have you been? Not very good. Not very good. We do lose Cole Emerson. I don't think that's going to be the end of the world, though. All right, the last offseason, Luis Arias became a free agent. Quinn Priester signs here. Brad Lord, Andrew Nardi. Yeah, I don't think it's enough. We might miss the playoffs, and that's okay. We got our World Series, so I'm okay. I'm happy. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. Do we have anyone here in our final year? Dumper and Ellie, both here. Let's see. Let us see. Who do we have as All-Stars? Ellie, Casey Schmidt, forgot he was here. Priester, Dumper. So we've got some guys here, not bad. Andres Munoz is still here. Dumper, we saw. Anyone else? Ellie, beautiful work. Casey Schmidt doing a job. Yeah, pretty simple. We're not going to stop for the draft class because we don't need to. So. All right, we finished 96 and 66 once again. Let's see. Priester had a great year. Ellie had a great year. Let's see the WAR numbers. 9-7 from Dumper, 8 from Ellie, J-Rod with a 3-8, 3-5 from Casey Schmidt, Howard Smith, I don't know who this is, with a 3-3, 2-9 for Nasim Nunez, 2-6 for Sal Stewart, 1-2 for Drew Guy, and a 1 from Luke Stevenson. 43 saves out of Andres Munoz, 4 from Kirby and Priester, Wu with a 2-1, 1-5 from Nardi and Dolander, 1-4 from Baz and Evans, 1-3 from Munoz and Brad Lord. Let's go ahead. We're just going to turn Brad Lord into a reliever, or a starter. Yeah, he still has it, so we're going to do that. See if that helps us win one more World Series. He moves up to our highest overall player. Come on. Chicago. Okay, we make a huge comeback. Boston. Okay, come on. World Series against the Dodgers. Can we go back-to-back? And we can! That is huge. Casey Schmidt, World Series MVP. Sal Stewart, playoff MVP. And this was a tough decision. We are doing another Wall of Fame player. And it was a tough decision between Ellie, who was an absolute stud here for us. Probably accumulated about 40 WAR in the 5 years he's been here. Dumper also has been very good for us towards the end of this thing. Towards the beginning, not as great. But the player I went with, Dumper also did win the World Series MVP and NLCS or ALCS MVP. But the player I went with might be controversial. I went with Brian Wu. 2-time Cy Young winner, was top of our rotation for a good amount of time, and I think it should go to him. 163 and 77 career record. His ERA wasn't the best, 3.36. 108 whip's pretty decent though. 42.8 WAR. I think that this is the correct one. So we already printed him out. Brian Wu. Let's go ahead. Let's get the tape. Let's get it on. Ernie Banks has been on this wall for the last 4 videos, I think, give or take. Let's think. So he was on here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, so this would have been his 5th day on the wall. Ernie Banks, thank you for your services to the Wall of Fame. But there is a new man here, and it is Brian Wu. So Ernie Banks, thank you for your service. You will be missed. But that's going to be it for this one. We get 2 World Series wins at the end. Very stressful for the first 8 years, but the last 2 were very good. So yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.